Hello, intactivists! We have so much news to talk about today. We have Bloodstain Men, Forin, Your Whole Baby, Intact America, Gaudav, and so much more coming up. In Prevail Over the System news, we are now partnered with CAREBUZZ by Honeygain. It's passive funding of POTS projects. If you are interested, we made a video about that yesterday. It is a great program. I definitely recommend you check out that video. We are wanting a minimum of 50 people to do it. It costs you absolutely nothing, and it takes up almost no time to set it up in your computer. It will be linked in the bottom. Feel free to share it with your friends and others about doing it. In other news, since Cockfight turned down a POTS contract and Your Whole Baby didn't answer us, it's time to spin the picker wheel. Once again, this provides top-notch transparency to everyone. Also, the only fair way is to leave it to chance. All right, here we go. All right, Arc Law got picked. Fantastic. Let me tell you, Steven Sabota, I remember that guy. Was supposed to have an interview with him, but you know what? Maybe he forgot all about that. So let's go ahead and reach out. I will provide the email we sent here on the screen. You may pause the video to read it if you wish. Please let me know what we can change or if we're doing anything wrong with it. If you do decide to read it, or if we're just asking far too much, let us know. Also, we have so much going on behind the scenes. We will keep you updated. And if you want to know in real time, feel free to join our Discord. On March 5th, James Lowen wrote 55 questions to Intact America. These are definitely alarming questions, and questions it seemed that James already knew the answers to because of the follow-up questions. A quick example is right here. 55 questions for Georgianne Chapin. Is it true that Hudson Health Plan, the medical organization you were CEO of, paid for circumcisions as a part of their health insurance plan? If so, how many? Is it true that you were CEO of Hudson Health Plan until 2014 and director of Intact America since it was founded in 2008, meaning that you were running both the largest intactivist organization and a circumcising medical organization at the same time? So as you see, 2 answers number 1, or at least assumes that she was running a circumcising medical organization. So either he knows something or he's making a whole lot of assumptions. I don't know if Intact America wrote back anything to these questions. The questions could be broken down in 5 parts. 1, did the Hudson Health Plan Georgianne was CEO of pay for circumcisions? Part 2, where did your nonprofit Intact America money come from and how did you spend it? Part 3, did you conspire with Eliyahu to take down Brendan Marotta and Eric Klopper? Part 4, why did you make/allow an alleged pro-circumcision article going after Marilyn Milos? Part 5, why were you partaking in an alleged racist activities like saying the N-word? If you know what Intact America wrote back to James, please let me know. That would be great for all of us to hear. As of right now, these are all just leading questions. I would love to do a deep dive into this, but once again, I'm still waiting for that 500 subscriber level to be hit so we can start doing 3-4 long videos a week versus just 2 to 3 videos a week. So make sure to hit that subscribe button. It's free to do, I promise. Not surprisingly, Intact America has given more people time to do their Say the F Word for Intact America's Foreskin Day. I will definitely say that POTS did partake. Super excited to see if they air it because, you know, my video I made was over the top. If you are interested in doing it, you have about 3 days left, especially when we edit this and get this out to you guys, to go ahead and partake in Say the F Word for Intact America. Also, Brendan Murata has given an exclusive deal for all of those who are reviewing pots. You'll get 22% off your Hegemon subscription monthly. The link is in the description. Also, Next Level Intactivism is still looking for a software developer that can make a web scraper and a voice caller and is willing to pay them $1,270. If not, he will be using Dial My Call and get 25,000 credits, which should last NLI about a year. So if you know anyone, feel free to message me on Discord or Next Level Intactivism. And in Bloodstain Men news, Bloodstain Men have their Northern California circumcision crisis protest scheduled May 8th through May 20th. So that's about 13 days of protesting. It will last roughly 4 hours a day of protesting. It's pretty typical, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Yep, everything here is 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. So, except for day 11, gets a little weird. But other than that, seems like they're planning on going out there 4 hours a day, which is pretty awesome. And you can always check out their sites to get their location and where they're going to be at if you want to say hi or you want to go and protest with them. And in Forin news, Forin did release a newsletter and also a video. It was a behind-the-scenes look. Essentially, all what this is explaining what was on the video. You guys can go ahead and read this. But the primary research focus is to examine the samples for vascularization and cell migration 15 days post-operation. With this phase of our research, we aim to obtain valuable data to inform our surgical approach on humans. Stay tuned for our upcoming follow-up video, which will reveal the results of the ECM attachment. So that's pretty hype and awesome. But if we go over here, you do see the decellularized foreskin tissue. Now, I did ask a question to Forin, and they did get back to me. I thought Forin was putting multiple decelled foreskins on each sheep, and I asked how many did they put on one sheep, and Forin said that was for the first round of sheep trials. This video is documenting the second round of sheep trials. So apparently Forin is only doing one foreskin per sheep, which kind of begs the question in my mind. Let's say you have 10 sheep. Now you can only do this experiment 10 times. When if you were putting, let's say, 5 foreskins on 10 sheep, well, now you have 5 times more data to go off of. So I feel like either Forin needs to compensate by using more sheep, or I don't know, because if one sheep ends up not doing good, well, what do you have? You end up having, out of 10 sheep, you have a 10% failure rate. But I don't know, let me know what you guys think. Alright, and on to the GoFundMes. Alright, so Your Whole Baby, Bumps and Babies Pittsburgh is completely funded. Same thing with Babies and Bumps in Cleveland is completely funded. Your Whole Baby is now hoping to fund the LA Prego Expo. This is actually a very interesting GoFundMe because they did this last year, and what happened is that they didn't actually get enough money. As you see in this update, says we are so grateful to our backers. Unfortunately, we were unable to meet the minimum funds to attend the event. So what they're doing is they are using their 2023 funds to go and help them with this year's funds. That is the plan. So as of right now, they are about halfway to their $2,500 goal. It seems like they're getting a decent amount of backers, but once again, this is right now only 2 backers because everybody else here, these were months ago. So hopefully Your Whole Baby can pick up the donation rate so they can go and tell people and parents about intact penis care and circumcision for expectant parents and birth workers. They are asking the money to help cover the costs of the expo booth, which is $1,500. Inclusion in scavenger hunt to help us reach over 90% of attendees, which is $500, and Prego Expo social media promotion, which is $500. So this seems very expensive, especially more expensive than their last couple of GoFundMes, especially if you combine the two. So the Prego Expo in Los Angeles, I have not actually looked into this, but it will happen November 9th, 2024. So you guys have 7 months to go ahead and do this event. It only seems like they're open for one day, and it seems like they're open for 6 hours. That's not exactly a very long time. Hopefully this is worth it for your whole baby, especially when you're paying $2,500 to go. Maybe I'm missing something. I'm not sure. Hopefully they're one of the speakers. I don't know. I didn't really look into this too much though. I doubt they're one of the speakers because last year they did not raise enough money to go. So I highly doubt they scheduled themselves to speak there. And the Bloodstain Men are also doing a GoFundMe. Well, as of right now, it is looking pretty sad for the Bloodstain Men. Keep in mind though, this was created 4 days ago. However, they only have $40. This is for their spring 2024 fundraiser, but do not be alarmed. They do have a Facebook fundraiser, and they have raised $714 out of their $6,000 that they want. Now, what's crazy about this is that this is asking for $6,000, and the other one was only asking for $3,500. So I don't know how much they really truly need to get. I don't know if that's like a combined total that they're trying to reach of like $10,000. I'm not quite sure. So I don't know, but it seems like the Bloodstain Men, they're off to kind of a rough start of getting their fundraising goals, but I guess we shall see. All right, and Gowdaf is also doing a GoFundMe. Now this, okay, so Gowdaf is doing a GoFundMe. I am trying to not get upset with this GoFundMe. This is an interesting GoFundMe. This is a very interesting tactic, I will say. So this is support legal justice for circumcision sufferers. If you could sue the medical personnel who circumcised you without your consent, would you? So they're saying that they have a person who has applied for $5,000 in financial assistance with his case to help cover the cost of an expert witness report and other related legal expenses. The deadline for raising the funds needed by this courageous plaintiff is May 1st, 2024. Now, this tells you about the plaintiff, who is anonymous. It talks about his trials and tribulations, stuff like that. And, he talks about how he can't find attorneys in his area that's willing to take his case, so he's doing it by himself. I kind of think that maybe Gowdaf should step in and maybe try and help him find a lawyer, or something. But he is representing himself. And then if you keep reading this goes on for a while. Now, this is what I have issues with. Buried deep within this GoFundMe, this last paragraph, second to last paragraph, the only mention of this. So $5,000 is going to this man, right, who is fighting the system. I'm just going to read this. In a related effort to expand outreach for our plaintiff search in the anticipated equal protection lawsuit, Gowdaf has been approved for Pride exhibit booths this summer and fall in 3 California cities, as well as in Portland, Oregon. The application fees for these booths amount to almost $5,000, and Gowdaf will use these opportunities to educate Pride Festival attendees about the current lack of legal protection for the bodily integrity of those born with a penis, which also happened to have the deadline of May 1st, 2024. Well, ain't that just a coincidence? Oh, wow, the deadline is the same as this guy's deadline. I'm going to do a poll about this on my Discord, so you can let me know if you think this is a fair and honest business practice for you to go and tout something and make the cover page about this lawsuit and then bury one paragraph stating what you're going to do with the other half of the money. And you guys can tell me what you think. Do you think conducting 4 Pride exhibition booths for intactivism is even closely related to a man who is doing a lawsuit to fight for justice against the legal system that was supposed to protect him but didn't, while he puts his reputation on the line? Because if he loses this, guys, like, then what? You know, like, he's going to be embarrassed, he's going to lose money. Like, there's a lot of things that go in the lawsuits. He's taking time off work. It just happens so the deadline for this is May 1st. This poor man, at least in my eyes, is being held hostage for legal funds, which Gaudaff is supposed to be funding, but Gaudaff said, oh wait, we actually want funding to go to 4 gay pride parades. So let's go ahead and bury this information in our GoFundMe and then try and tell people that it's related. Yeah, that fires me up personally, and I was trying to stay calm, and I don't know. Please tell me if I'm overreacting in the comments. And once again, let me know what you think, because, oh man, that's an interesting business practice, if you ask me. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, like, see, Potts even says, prevent graduation plus extras. Super upfront about what we're doing. I know other intactivist groups do the same thing. I don't know. Maybe the whole Gaudaff thing, I'm just overreacting. Once again, let me know, guys. I'm supposed to be, neutral doing the news, but that just kind of irks me a lot. All right, and on to intactivist growth for the week. All right, so last week, the Bloodstain Men had 5,948 followers, and this week, drumroll please, Bloodstain Men has 5,991 followers, which is a grand total of a 43-person gain, or a 0.72% intactivist gain for the week, which is really awesome for intactivism. Alright guys, thank you for watching. And also, I'd like to thank my donors. You guys are super awesome. And remember guys, check out that video that you guys can now passively fund his projects. Alright guys, thank you all. Have a great one. Bye. A special shout out to our coffee supporters